My name is James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Habit number 2, and if at all possible, this is my last video for the night. So I want to talk to you guys about racism again. I want to talk to you guys about racism because I mentioned in my last video 1,000 years ago, superstition and sword rule. It was a time of darkness. It was the age of fear. It was the age of gargoyles. Stone by day, warriors by night. We were betrayed by the very humans we sworn to protect, frozen in stone for 1,000 years. Now here in Manhattan, the spell is broken, and we live again. We are the Fiends of the Night. We are gargoyles. I'm sorry. That kind of really wasn't supposed to happen, but it did, so I'm leaving it, and I'm keeping it. Anyway, so, as a young child, I've told you guys this plenty of times before. No, it's old cat to you guys. It's like random. So, as a young child, I've experienced a lot of racial shit. You know, a whole lot of racial shit. As I got older, it didn't really change much. It just went to a different venue. It went from being in school to getting employment. Alright, so my first few jobs, not counting my stepfather hiring me to pick up sticks when I was 14. Or was I 13? Whenever. When I was 15, I didn't have a problem working. I worked at Little Caesars. I had a gay experience there, and I was a big-time homophobic until I actually got to know gay people. Then I was no longer homophobic. That's another story for another day. It's also a crying shame that I was that way. But I didn't understand, and I was 15, if that counts. 15-year-olds, we're stupid. All right, so when you're 15, you're not exactly smart. You just think you know everything, but you don't. You can't even drive legally in some states. But anyway, so a few jobs I have applied for, especially here in Charlottesville, I have applied for some jobs where there have been black people who were literally from Africa, who were African American, and there have been white people who I go in and fill out an application, and I go to mark black because my birth certificate says I am black. Now, granted, yes, both of my maternal grandmothers, my father's mother was Native American, and my mother's mother is Native American. My father's father is black, and my mother's father is black and white. So we're all fucked up. But anyway, being the natural born mutt that I am, I went to go put black because legally you can't lie on your application. I could put other, but when they get my birth certificate copy, because when you're 15 and you apply for a job, you have to bring your birth certificate in so they know that you're old enough to work. Because in the state of Virginia, I think you can be 15 in 6 months or 14 in 6 months. I don't know. I got my first job when I was 15, my first real paying job. So I went to apply for a job in my 17, 18-year-olds and in my 20s. And one in each job that I applied for after I turned 15, 16, after I turned like 16, 17, after I was old enough to drive, every time I went to go mark black, there was always someone there who would say, "Are you sure you're black?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm black. My skin is brown. I don't have black people hair. I have curly hair. This here, being straight, World Crown and baby oil. They work wonders, but it's still starting to curl up at the end. And I'm trying to do everything I can to avoid having to get a hot iron or a perm. Anyway, because I don't even know if men do that. But anyway, so, and I did relax my hair a couple of times when I was younger, in my 20s. So I got tired of dealing with curls. So, I also heard they help your hair grow, so I might do that if it helps my hair grow. Anyway, so I'm sitting there, and I look at the lady, and she's like, she's black, she's darker than me, just a little bit. And I'm going to mark black, and she's like, "Are you sure you're black?" I was like, "Ma'am, I'm pretty sure I'm black. I've been black all my life." She's like, "You don't look black to me." I was like, "Well, what the hell does that mean? You're not my color." I said, "Well, I'm kind of mixed." She said, "Well, why don't you put other?" I said, "Because this is Virginia. This is a right to work state. If you lie on your application, they have the right to fire you." It's like, "I think that only counts for, like, if you've been incarcerated." And I was like, "No, I think that counts everywhere, especially when you're black. And when you're black, a lot of people just need a small excuse to fire you. doesn't have to be a big one, just a minute or incontestable amount to them to put your ass on the chopping block. And other black people have been known to throw black people under the bus. And I guess she was afraid that if I did something wrong, they would fire a Mexican. Because most people think I'm Mexican or Hawaiian. Some people think I'm actually Cherokee Indian full blood. That is not the case, although I wish I was, because I'd much rather be full-blooded Cherokee than mixed. But unfortunately, that's not the plan that God dealt out. I got a handful of jokers, 52 of them in the deck. So any move I make is just probably a bad move. So I might as well just be honest about it. So I'm going to combine this video with the other one so that you guys won't get overkill. So every application I fill out, everyone, I don't care. I don't put other, I put black. Then when they see me, they're like, I'm gonna put black on your application. So I'm black. It's like, yeah, right, kid. And I've had that happen too. It's like, yeah, you're not black. I've gone to interviews where they were like, they were looking for a black guy, and I'm sitting right there in their face. I was like, yeah, we're looking for James Williams Jr. That's me. And they're like, I swear this guy said he was black. He's not black. Then they try to speak to me in Spanish. I'm like, dude, I'm not Mexican. I don't speak Spanish. He's like, oh, well, I thought you were Mexican. I said, no, that's the Cherokee Indian you see in me. I'm not fucking Mexican. You know. So that's that in a nutshell. Now, here's the second thing that's like probably the funnest part of life for me. You know, the real funnest part. When you're mixed and you try to blend in or try to hide that fact, it doesn't work on everybody. It works on a majority of people, but it doesn't work on everybody because some people can look at you and tell, hey, you're mixed. Why are you hiding it? Because I'm tired of not being able to associate with one or all of my races. That's why. Well, anyway, so I was somewhere. I was in Canada. I forgot where the hell we were. We were somewhere. Where the fuck were we? We were with the wheelchair basketball team, and I think it was at a store right up the hill from the Etobicoke. It was like my first time in Canada, so we were there, and so I went to the store. There's like, excuse me, sir. And I'm like, yes, ma'am. It's like, can I ask you a question? I'm like, okay. They're like, are you gonna get mad if I ask you this question? I was like, well, that depends on the question. You know, what's the question? Is it like a really bad question? No, I just want to know what your race is. I'm like, oh, well, that's not a bad question. She's like, yeah, well, most people don't like it when we ask them what their race is. I said, well, what do you think I am? Oh, I thought you were from Hawaii. And I was like, no, I'm not from Hawaii. Believe me, if I was from Hawaii, I would not come to Canada because I do not function well in the cold. If I was from Hawaii, there's no way in hell I would leave Hawaii unless all the volcanoes that formed Hawaii erupted at the same damn time. Right? Then I would definitely be making for the water. Let's see, we got shark-infested water or we have lava. One way or another, I'm going to get fucked. I think I want to take the shark-infested waters because sharks don't have any mercy. So maybe they'll kill me with the first bite where lava's going to scorch my ass to pieces. So she goes, well, I thought you were Hawaiian. I said, you sure you didn't think I was Mexican? She said, oh, no, you don't look Mexican to me. I was like, oh, that's a first. He's like, well, this is Canada. We don't really get that many Mexicans up here. I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, no, I'm part Cherokee Indian. She said, yeah, my next guess was I was going to ask you if you were of some Asian ethnicity. And mind you, this is before I found out that Native Americans were actually Asian. So it's like, no, I'm just Cherokee Indian in black and white. I'm like, okay, thank you, young man. And she went on about her business. It wasn't no big deal. We were in Canada. You know? And in other places I went in Canada, same thing. And it was like, hey, can we ask you a question? Sure, why not? What do you mix with? It's like, oh, yeah, I'm Cherokee, black and white. It's like, oh, honestly, we just thought you were like half Chinese. I said, oh, that's because you see me doing kung fu earlier today, and I've been doing martial arts forever, and I've been mistaken for Asian people by Chinese people too. It's like, what part of China are you mixed with? I'm like, China has parts. You know, because apparently there's red Chinese and some other Chineses, and I have no idea what any of that shit means. So it's like, no Chinese here, you know, just Cherokee Indian, both sides, and go on about my business. And in America, this was the funnest shit. So I went to Florida with my surrogate father. Now, this is back when Xena first came out. So we're going to Universal Studios and we're going to Disneyland or Disney World, whatever one the fuck's down there, and we're doing something. and we went to a Taste of China, which is just like Disney World. It's just an Asian theme park, which was fucking awesome. They had Trident guys. They were working the martial arts stuff. I wanted to get over there and join them so badly, but I didn't want to get lost or left behind. So I kind of let that thought just stay there. And if you're still open, Taste of China, I need a job. Anyway, so this guy and my surrogate father, all hell Rick Shiflett. So we're sitting at this table and we're talking. He doesn't have anything bad to say about Asians, but it's not like 1,000% positive. So we're talking, and all of a sudden the conversation shifts to stuff about Asian people. But every time he says something about Asian people, he would give me the side eye. And I'm like, why are you looking at me like that? He's like, I'm trying not to offend you. I said, well, I don't know how you can offend me. I'm not Chinese. I said, you might worry about that guy over there behind me with that damn trident, but yeah, well, I work here. They know me. It's like, okay, so what's the problem? Well, you look like you're half Chinese. And it's like, dude, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but last time I checked, I was Cherokee Indian. I said, I'm the Indians with the feathers, not the dots. He's like, oh, okay, well then I can talk about Chinese people without it offending you. I was like, dude, I'm not Chinese. Knock yourself out. But like I said, you might want to worry about the guy with the fucking trident over there. So outside of that, I don't care. You know, because at the time, I'm in Florida. I'm having a good time. There's nothing really anybody could do that like totally upset the balance of my day, except for maybe a racial slur here or there. But he was honest about it, and he wasn't really trying to be racist. He was just trying to make a statement without offending me, which I completely got. So once I explained to him, I was like, oh, no. My dad's mom is Cherokee Indian. My mom's mom is Cherokee Indian. And both of their fathers, one is black and one is mixed with black. So I'm good. Whatever you want to say about Asian people, knock yourself out. Again, this was before I found out that Cherokee Indians, or Native Americans in general, all migrated from Asia through Russia to Alaska, and then they all spawned off to Greenland and the North Pole and the South Pole. So, if you're a Native American from any of those hemispheres, I got bad news for you. Your ass is Asian. Deal with it. So, most of the time, most people who are either white or of Asian or Mexican of descent or of any descent, and a few black people, more when it comes to getting jobs, is like really the only time that black people don't think that I'm black. But most of the other people, they don't really think I'm black. And so I'm like, okay, well, let me explain you the genetic code of me. And I do. And then they're like, okay, we're sorry if we hurt your feelings. Like, yeah, you didn't hurt my feelings. You just asked a question. I said, I don't think that I'm that hypersensitive that I'm going to be so mad because someone asked me what I'm mixed with. Here in Virginia, I've had it happen more than enough times getting jobs. I've had it happen one time when I went to pick my sister up from a job that will no longer hire me at Mountain Valley at Burger King on 5th Street because I had threatened the manager. But this kid was out there, and I tell you guys this before. I went to go pick up my sister, and this white kid, he was looking at me. He was like trying to burn a hole through me. And I was like, yo, dude, you got something to ask? He's like, yeah. Are you some kind of Indian? I said, yeah, I'm Cherokee. I'm the Indians with the feathers, not the dots. And so, I'm going to bring that up to another video because I had to talk to somebody at Best Buy about that too. All right, and that was today. So I'm James Winter. I'm going to bring this to a close with, you know what? If you don't know what someone is, it's really not that bad of a deal to ask them. And if they get offended because you can't tell, you're not the only one. I went to college with a chick who was Mexican who looked Japanese. And I had to do a report, which I also tell you guys about. So the long and short is, she said that I look more Chinese than she did. Do your damn report. And I did. I got a B+ on it. Anyway, I'm James Winter. This is Comfort number 2. Be seeing you. Be well.